All right, and welcome to this session of Kineo Office Hours. Today we are going to talk about something that is fairly new to Kineo that we've developed that we're really excited about, that we've been using with some clients, and we've seen great success with it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Carrick. I am one of the platform consultants along with Kayla Craig. And my role here at Kineo is working really diligently on implementations as well as ongoing support, trying to help clients get the most out of the core Totara product that they possibly can, and finding solutions to any use case or problem that may come up. So today, like I mentioned, we are talking about the Awesome Block, and it is, in fact, awesome. So what the Awesome Block is the Awesome Block is a easily configurable block that has very similar functionality to the HTML block, but using templates and easily configurable fields, you're able to make that block look different in each individual instance instead of all of your HTML blocks looking the same. So for instance, I'll show you some of the different templates and some examples of what that block can do. You'll see here two different templates, being able to merge images as well as links and buttons and colors, and even lines of text as well and heading. So you're really able to use this block. It's easy to draw someone's eye to it. It's easy to able to use color. It's easily able to replicate any brand standards and really make it look like a marketing quality block on your LMS that can be done very easily. So I'll scroll through a few more of these. Some of them may just look like basic blocks. Some of them are more button-like. Being able to integrate pictures and different opacity of colors over. It really does a lot of different things. So to give you an idea of where some of these blocks are, I'm actually going to head over to our Kineo Refresh site, which if you caught us on last session's office hours, is where you as a client or anyone can go in. We have information already on the site with different accounts here. So being able to log in and try different things, play with different features. If you want to play with the Awesome Block that we're talking about today, you can log in as an administrator and go in and actually play with this plugin. The beauty of the refresh site is after 24 hours, everything is deleted. So it's a great place to go in and find the different aspects that we're talking about during office hours. There's a link to it on the Training Hub. The web address is also kineo-refresh.demo.us.kineo.com. And you'll notice that we actually have our three colored blocks down here. These are Awesome blocks themselves. You'll notice that we were able to play with different colors, different icons, different icon colors, mimic the button color from across the site, as well as our Return to Training Hub button is also an Awesome block. So now I want to show you what this actually is like to put on your site and configure. So I have another tab of the refresh site open where I am logged in as an administrator. And I'm going to go to my Add a Block block and go to my Awesome Block. And once I click that, you will see down at the bottom, I have my Awesome Block. It is full of defaults so that you can get an idea of what that is going to look like as you play with it. So when I configure my Awesome Block, just like I would any other block, I can add a name to it if I want that to display as an administrator on what it is. And I mentioned the different templates. So within the plugin that we've developed, you can actually pick which template you want. If you want text over photo, photo over text, text on top of photo, or just more of the button functionality. All of those are built in, and it's as simple as uploading an image. Let's see if we've got a good one to upload here. I have some in my pictures. We will use, eventually here, let's go ahead and use let's use this random badge and upload the file. From here, this is where the magic happens. So by default, we're going to show the image. If we were going to go to, say, this example and this example here are very similar templates. It's just a matter of whether or not the image would be showing along with the block. So without that, we're going to go ahead, we're going to call our link text, let's call it link text. I'm going to put just a pound sign for the URL so it shows. I'm going to put my header text. I'm going to put my subheader text. And I should mention that some of these are not going to display on every template. So that's worth noting. So I think, for example, if I put subheader text here, there's a chance you may not see it when we actually get into the block or see what it looks like on the dashboard itself. Our content text, let's see if I still have I don't still have that plugin. So let's just call this content text. And let's do that a few times. Font Awesome icon. If you are familiar with these, great. If you are not familiar with these, Font Awesome icons are an open source icon set. So that is what these icons on the refresh site are pulling from. You know, the headphones, play button, the book. And there's a whole library of them. If you are not familiar with this, you're able to see the library regardless of the Awesome Block or not, but there is a link here if you are unaware. Like I said, it is a great icon set, and once this loads, hopefully I'll be able to show you that. There we go. And you'll notice there's, over 4,500 different icons. Hands, letters, symbols, arrows, you name it. You can put it in your block. Those are already built into the system. You can decide what size icon, if you want large or regular. Our header color. So at this point, we are going to be working with colors. So if you're familiar with hex colors, you can use that. If you know your hex colors for your brand, those are helpful. There are app plugins that allow you to look at a website and pull what that hexadecimal color is. Or you could go simply to a hex color generator or type into Google like orange hex color. So for example, let's, what do I want to do here? Do I have any other colors here? I don't, but I have some on my other site. So let me grab this pink color like this. And so we'll make our pink header color. Our text as a cheap 6S are going to be white. I didn't put in an icon. And let's make the background color we'll keep the background color there and see what happens. Another benefit of the Awesome Block is it is responsive. So if there's just one Awesome Block on your page, it can take up the entire section. If you want, while using the self-service theme, if you have multiple blocks on each section, say it's a 50-50 split, so there's 2 blocks. So if you have 2 blocks there, it'll take 2 blocks. If you only have 1 block, you can decide whether you want it to still only take up that half real estate or the full real estate. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to see what happens. So now when we scroll down, we have our awesome block. We have our header text in pink. We have the background as well. And here, let me turn off editing so that you get a better look at it. So we have our awesome block, right? Header, subheader, here's our context, here's our link and our link button. We just so happen to make the link or the background of the header the same color as the button would be. So maybe I don't like that. So I realized maybe I made a mistake. I want to edit my awesome block. So I'll turn editing back on. Configure my awesome block. I realized that really, instead of that pink color being the background, I want this and those to switch places, and this should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if this makes a difference. There we go. So now we have white headers, well, white header text, pink background, and you can see our button that matches the rest of the site. From the site level, you are able to go in and set defaults for your awesome block. So if instead of the Kineo defaults that come with the plugin, you wanted to say every plugin starts with a base that's more branded or has your colors in it, or whatever it is that's going to make your life easier. If we go to site administration, plugin, blocks, awesome. This is where you're going to have your defaults. So you can choose your default template, your default colors, and all of that to make your administration of the awesome block, well, awesome. For those of you that checked out our office hours a few times ago, I believe, we are using the self-service theme, so that is what the awesome block was developed in parallel with. So it works great to be able to come to a dashboard and be able to lay out your different awesome blocks to create great dashboards for your users. Really, it's a great way to bring in color, it's a great way to bring in images, and really gives a great look and feel. So with that, that concludes our quick presentation on the awesome block. So I thank you for joining. And at this point, if anyone has any questions, I can take those either via voice or via the chat box. And I'll wait a few seconds to see if people need to get themselves off mute or type a question. All right. Like I said, my name is Alex Carrick. I appreciate you taking the time today to learn a little bit more about the awesome block. If you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me directly or anyone else here at Kineo, and we will be happy to talk more about it or anything else you might need. Thanks, and have a great rest of your Thursday.